My card base is a standard card base. I use basic gray. It is 8.5 by 4.25, 8.5 by 5.5 is what it is. Sorry about that. This one is particularly cut with that. On this one, I used rich raspberry on the inside to layer, and that is 5.25 by 4, and then I did a white piece on the inside, and this one I cut a little bit different than the normal white piece because I was trying to use some scraps and stuff, but normally my white piece is 5 by 3.75. I went ahead and stamped stamped the heart that we used in the embossing part of it on the corner here, and I put a rhinestone right in the middle, and then it says, "You mean everything to me." Now, again, you could do this with anything, but I used rich raspberry, the basic gray, and whisper white. Now, for my top base of my card, I have done the rich raspberry, which is cut at 5.25 by 4. Then I used a black, which is cut just 1/8 of an inch shorter on all the sides, and then white just 1/8 of an inch shorter than that. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a cool layering look. You've pulled some black into it. I wanted to show you how I do this. I faux do these. Lots of people will take them and tie them all the way around and tie a knot in them, but I like to save a little bit of ribbon if I can, so I do these faux. Now, on ribbon that you're going to have a side to, when you tie it naturally in a knot, you're going to have the printed side down on one piece. But before you pull it, turn it, and then both your sides will be up. So you just got to remember, when you're doing a bow, the same way. Before you pull it tight, turn it, and you'll get your print on the side. And I just put a little bit of adhesive on one side of it for now. And I'm going to tuck this around. I want my knots to be fairly even where they are. So that's kind of where I'm going to try to get that. There. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on this side. And we're going to cover that up, so that's why you don't have to go all the way around. If you were going to go all the way around, I would just take it and tuck it behind the other side too. So you have your ribbon on. Then this piece is going to cover that. See how lovely that is. So you still have that look. And I've put some dimensionals on there. Again, I'm going to tell you I'm a dimensional snob, and I like Stampin' Up! Dimensionals the best. So that's what I will tend to use most of the time, unless I have run out of it. Now I'm going to adhere this to the card before I go too much further. And if you don't have one of these things, I highly recommend it. It is wonderful. I recommend my students who don't do it a lot to use the Tombow adhesive, refillable adhesive. It's called Snail in the Stampin' Up! Book, but you can get it various other places, and it's called Tombow. Or Mono, you might hear that. But if you're going to do a lot of work, either scrapbooking or making cards or using that kind of adhesive, you can get 2, or actually this is 4 of those Mono refills, and it's a lot less expensive in the long run, because it costs it actually costs less than 1 refill of the Mono to put in here. The big thing is just getting used to handling this, and I was a little leery when I first got it, but I love it and swear by it, and have talked many of my friends and customers and clients into getting one of these. It's called the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider, and I believe they have it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. You might be able to get it online. Joann's might have it. The thing with Joann's, Michael, and Hobby Lobby, you can buy it with your 40% off coupon that they put out every once in a while. Okay, enough for the advertising. Now I'm going to put this on my card base. So I've got that. And then I'm going to put this heart on first. And see, here I've cut the hearts out. I'm going to kind of show you where I'm going to lay them. This one's going to go up here, and this one's going to kind of come down here. Now, even though they were two different techniques, they work very well together. It's the same stamp, number one. You've got different colors, and in our hearts, and when we're talking about Valentines or people that we love, we're not the same people. So it's kind of cool that they're different. They're the same, but they're different. But I am going to put some pop dots on those. And if you'll notice, I use all of my pop dots. I even use the edges. I don't let anything go to waste. I'm going to put 3 on each heart. Okay, putting this back. Okay, this one's going to kind of go up in the corner. I don't want to cover my corners because I'm going to put some bling up in my corners. I'll show you a little trick with that in a minute. So I kind of want to put it right there. Now, be careful not to go over your edge of your card because, again, once you get it into the envelope, it's not going to fit if it's over too far the edge of your card. Then on this one, I'm going to come back and I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit. You're going to have a little bit of it hanging off on your ribbons, and that's okay. You've got a pop dot on there, so that'll hold it down. Then we're going to come in with this little guy that says everything. Again, it's out of the Always stamp. I'm only going to put a pop dot on one side, and it's going to be the E side, or as you're reading it, it's not sticking down. Probably because I didn't take the adhesive off. Well, there you go. Doesn't want to come off. There we go. Make sure you take the backing off so it will stick. And I'm going to tuck this under just enough. Let's see if we can get under here. Just enough so you see the G. You're not going to see the bracket, but you're going to see the G. Again, because you don't want to go off the edge of your card. Okay, and I've got all 4 of my corners open, and I've also got a little bit open here. Now I'm going to show you a trick that I've showed my friends and my clients when they come to class, and it's how to put on adhesives. And I mean bling. And I know that there's lots of things out there, that the tools and stuff like that that they have for that. I have just found that this works the easiest for me, and you don't have to buy an extra tool because you already have a scissor. I already have scissors. Now these are the type of adhesives that are not on what I call glue tapes. So you pick one up and you can put it down. The ones that are glued together, I just go in and snip in between each one. But these are not that. So you take your scissors and you pick it up and you put it down. And it really is quite easy to do. I put bling in all 4 of my corners. One right there. And there you go. You've got a nice Valentine card with 2 different techniques on it. And they're just kind of fun techniques just to play around with, and play around with colors that you like and colors that make you happy. Anyway, I wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, and I'll be back at you later. Bye. Have a blessed day.